And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got Bailey. Nurkic is out there with Markkanen. Then it's George. And it's Sensabaugh in at the shooting guard. And for the Spurs, filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. And it's Connor in at the 1. NBA basketball in the spotlight, and the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. also celebrated in our games today and tonight, Greg.
It's great to honor a man who spoke for equality and justice, and in a league that's given voice to many communities working towards that equality.
Wembanyama down low, working on Nurkic. Back to MP. Here's Castle. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Back to George. Misses the 3. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. 6 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Barnes can't get it to go. And here's Utah. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking.
Boy, the explosive finish at the cup by MP. He might have surprised himself, folks.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. George passes to Markkanen. Pass to Sensabaugh. This one for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
And that one misses. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans, but all-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams.
Exactly the kind of start you're looking for. They are 4 for 5 out of the gates.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Nurkic a screen on Castle. From 10 feet out, that one a little long.
Oh, he will kick himself for that one. That was a tremendous opportunity.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
George with no one around. No good on the triple.
Boy, just a tough time making shots. Only 1 for 5. They just need to settle in here.
It's Vassell on the wing. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Vassell, the pass to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Jazz trail by 10. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach for the Spurs. We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said, we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
And what I like about Castle's game is the versatility, right? He's a legitimate two-way threat who's willing to take on whatever role helps the team.
Nurkic finds Markkanen. They need this. Another miss by Utah. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Pass to Castle. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Castle's got 9.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, MP.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Picked by Markkanen. The 3. Rebound San Antonio. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
And the rejection by Wembanyama.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Jazz trail by 15. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
An emphatic LU jam.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's ready to talk things through with them. A different look now for San Antonio. Olynyk, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Johnson comes in for Devin Vassell. And it's Harper in for Castle. And so it's Utah with it. Trailing by 17. Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by Harper. Outside for George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Boy, the man from Finland is very confident in that jumper. Markkanen, no doubt.
MP with it. He had 40 points in the win against Minnesota.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
Pass to Bailey. Now here's Markkanen. And the Jazz another 3.
Whatever the range is, Lauri Markkanen has it. He is such a sweet shooter.
Wembanyama, a screen on George. And Wembanyama throws it down.
The perfect lob partner, Wembanyama, with elite hand-eye coordination.
.135 left in the first quarter. Outside, George. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Johnson. Rebounded by Bailey.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
To the paint, Olynyk with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. The three from Johnson with the second effort. And Wembanyama with the layup. Wembanyama's got 6 points.
You know, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Jeremy Sochan comes in for Victor Wembanyama. And Castle is subbed in for Harper. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Collier. 5 on the clock. There's a screen. Puts up a deep three. He can't hit that time. Spurs leading by 17. Inside. In the corner. Sochan with it. MP outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. The three-pointer is right on target. 14 points for him.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
So that's the run and the dunk by Love.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. It's San Antonio running away with it. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Castle is in at shooting guard, with Johnson at the small forward. Sochan is out there with Olynyk, and it's Harper in at the point. So that's who San Antonio starts. Here's Wembanyama is checked in for the Spurs. MP comes in for Keldon Johnson. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. The Spurs also with the sub. Johnson's checked in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. MP looking around. A nice shot by Sochan. Sochan's got his first points of the game.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
The three sinks the three-pointer. Collier's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Jazz.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
MP passes to Wembanyama. Chalk up 2 there. Wembanyama's got 11 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
You know, DB, I heard some NBA officials talking about having a feel for the game and then drawing a line between playing aggressive and playing rough. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, Kev, this is so fascinating to me because we've seen a reversion back to a little bit more of a physical game. But without some definitive guidelines, it makes the officials' job harder.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
9 for 9, looking deadly accurate, like guys he cannot miss.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
And they pick up 2.
You love it when a guy can put a slow start behind him and begin to ramp it up.
Down low, here's Wembanyama. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Wembanyama has got 7 points for the quarter. Pass to Sensabaugh, and it's Bailey in the corner. Outside, Markkanen. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Kicks it out to MP. Shot clock at 6. Here's Johnson. And MP throws it down.
That plays about 2 things, effort and awareness by MP to track down the board and get the bucket.
A minute 50 left here in the second. Here's Collier, and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
You look at MP, he's in the lead, sitting at number 1 in the West.
Clearly a fan favorite, and they're giving him the highest praise possible on their ballots.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. San Antonio calls timeout, and some changes here for the Spurs. Barnes, he's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Vassell comes in for Keldon Johnson, and it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. Keontae George, he's checked in for the Jazz. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And Greg with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
5 to shoot. Looking to end the run. Barnes grabs the miss.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Harper in the corner. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
Pass to Sensabaugh. George looking over the floor. Shoots. San Antonio with the rebound.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Well, great hustle from MP. That's recognizing an opportunity to beat everybody up the floor.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Step back on that one and let it fly. George has got his first points of the night.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Nobody near Barnes. Off target with his 3. The Jazz shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. George dishes to Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by George. Markkanen's got 11.
How about that? Markkanen able to take the contact and play through it. Big time finish.
And a deep 3 from MP. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
And so it's San Antonio, sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update on the All-Star voting?
It's pretty obvious the dudes who are going to make it, but you also have to deserve it and get the shutout.
Yeah, you have to feel for those players. Feels like there's at least one big snub.
But you also have guys who deserve it and get shut out.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Jazz.
Can't miss this many shots and not be competitive. They're rushing, looking desperate. Kind of feel sorry for them.
No, you don't.
You were laughing while we were watching it.
Hey, man, that's off the air.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. We've seen Stephon Castle having a really great game.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. Getting underway here in the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. We've got Keontae George. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Bailey. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. And stolen by Vassell. And now Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He contributed 40 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Back to Castle. Clock at 6. Here's Barnes. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. That's now 8 points for Barnes. Pass to Sensabaugh. An easy 2 points on the layup. Sensabaugh's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
To the inside, stolen by Markkanen. And here they come. Here's Bailey, and finished off by Bailey.
Well, that's about his length, creating plays defensively.
San Antonio's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Good on the triple.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. To the left wing. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Markkanen from deep. A rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. To the middle. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got 23.
And the potential Castle has is intriguing. When he's scoring like this, you wonder how dominant he can be moving forward.
Pass to Sensabaugh. George against MP. George. And Utah again with the bucket.
Well, Keontae George, a crafty finisher in that mid-range.
MP passes to Barnes. Good on the bucket. 10 points for Harrison Barnes.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Nurkic a screen on Castle. Sensabaugh no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there's a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
Utah's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. The shot by George, no good.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
And here's MP for 3. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
And that one's good, George.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
It's Vassell on the wing. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing.
The shot by Connor, no good. Jazz have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Outside, Markkanen. Here's Nurkic. Rebound, San Antonio. Castle finds Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Pass to Bailey. Back to George. Looking for Markkanen. He gets it there. Fires from deep. The Jazz with another miss. San Antonio's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Here's Sensabaugh. George sets a screen down low. And then George with the jam.
Oh, my goodness. Keontae George leaping, no doubt on that finish.
.151 left in the third. Here's MP. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Utah's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And Markkanen throws it down.
If you get Markkanen involved in pick-and-roll action, so many good things can happen.
Now, here's MP. 23 points in the game.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Bailey passes to George. Shoots the 3. Barnes grabs the miss.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And stolen by MP. Goes up, and MP throws it down.
MP is in a great rhythm right now. It behooves this team to just keep feeding this young guy.
Pass to Bailey. And here is Markkanen. Goes up from the top of the key, and he hits the jump shot. Markkanen's got 15.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Outside, Markkanen for 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
This guy hit a couple of threes in the first half, but since then, it's been a little bit of a struggle.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spaces.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient. A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
And so it's San Antonio, able to put on a show for the ages. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
San Antonio calls timeout. Well, DB, something that never seems to go away during the season is chatter about trades.
And Kevin, what makes this so interesting is that very often fans of this league are as interested in trades, who's coming and going, as they are in the results of their team. It's a little intrigue that everybody wants a piece of.
Bryant is out there with Olynyk. Then it's MP. Then there's Harper, and it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. The 3 from MP. Buries it from 3-point range. Connor's got 39.
Boy, his offensive game has changed the tenor of this basketball game.
George. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Bryant left side. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Utah's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. 12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
The Jazz have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Outside, Markkanen. Now George. Pass to Sensabaugh. Markkanen a screen on Harper. Now here's Markkanen. Just 5 to shoot.
Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. MP against Nurkic. MP, good.
MP looking solid from there.
Utah shooting around 41% on the night. George passes to Markkanen. George in the post. Covered by MP. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight. MP fires from way outside. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Inside, here's Nurkic. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's MP for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Connor's got 48.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the 3-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
From deep 3-point land. And the rebound by Nurkic. MP against George. Pass to Bailey. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Nurkic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Nurkic has got 6 points in the quarter.
Forget about Nurkic not minding contact. This guy invites contact.
The drive by MP.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
Boy, he makes it look easy, almost like he was just hanging out in the gym practicing today. That's how good it was.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass. Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And George kicks to Nurkic. Outside, George. Pass to Markkanen. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Lets the three fly. The rebound by the Spurs. MP inside. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And so long, everyone.